If you were in my place at 25, how would you start connecting with people professionally for future job opportunities? Uh, Especially with the goal of having something solid at the end of my master's. That is the question I got from someone who is moving to Clayton, Victoria soon. And I was trying to think back to when I was 25. And I remember I had a job. I had completed my MBA in IT systems and marketing. And I was in a new city. I was in Bombay. And I had a job. And I quit that job within a year when I was 24. I didn't really have a plan per se. It was more like, let's see what happens. And that's where the internet came in, which is why I love the internet and I love social media so much, because I feel like over the years, because of the internet and because of social media, I've been able to put my work in front of people who would have otherwise never seen it in person. Like, I did not have access to those kind of people. I came from a middle class family. My father was in the army, and we didn't really have like a network in that sense. We did not come from a business family. I didn't really know anything about entrepreneurship in that sense. But the internet was like, wait, this looks really, really cool, like endless, infinite possibilities. But over the years, I've heard about it so much that, networking and you should network and all that stuff. And I have always pretty much sucked at networking because I never go into an event or meet a person with like, to me, networking sounds like you meet someone and the first thing you want to know is what they can do for you. That's not how I prefer to live my life. I like to talk to everyone about everything, and you never know who is who, like in that sense that if, like I never knew someone could turn out to be a client of mine for photography. Some of my biggest clients were random meetup at some random, food event or social event, and I didn't know who they were, but we started having a conversation and it was a fun conversation. We exchanged numbers, stayed in touch, and the next time, they needed a photographer, they recalled that they'd met me and they were like, we would like to hire you for this, and that's how that goes. So I always feel like it's better to make friends. Just, you never know, like how they might be able to help you. And then I also have a problem asking for help. So it's easier asking friends for help in that sense. So now you have a friend and now you can be like, hey, I need some help. Like, do you know someone who can help me with this? And it's always 6 degrees of separation. Like, even if they are not the person who will be able to help you with that specific thing, they might know someone else. And dude, like, you're coming here to do your masters. I would say, like, enjoy doing your masters instead of stressing about having something solid by the end of your masters, because you never know what's going to happen. Like, you might not even, you might choose to do something totally different at some point. Like, who knows? So instead of focusing on, I need to have something solid by the end of my masters, which is not bad. Like, it's fine to have it at the back of your mind, but I don't think you should let it, deviate your path from enjoying life, just living life. And that will happen. Whatever is meant to happen is going to happen regardless of whether you do networking, whether you stay in your room. When something's going to happen, it's going to happen. In terms of taking action, just meet people, hang out with them, make friends, and, just live your life essentially. So yeah, I'm not sure if I was 25 and moving to a new country, what would I do? I guess I'd still do what I'm doing now. I look for, again, my approach is very social media based because I've explored the world thanks to social media and thanks to people who saw my work online. So for me, it's a very social media based approach, but then I also meet people in real life, and I always try to tie it back to, are you on Instagram? Can I follow you on Instagram? Because I feel like that's a really great way of staying in touch with someone instead of making it extremely formal, like what's your email, and like you send them an email, which also has merit. I'm not saying it's wrong. But I enjoy the social media aspect of it. Someone uploads photos with their kids, someone enjoys, spending time with their dog and they upload it online, or someone travels. It's nice to know the person. It's not always about what can this person do for me, like what is their job. Because people change jobs. You might meet someone today who is extremely relevant to you from the point of view of your masters once you're done with it. But they might, after a year decide to become a yogi or something. I don't know. Anything can happen. Or they might join like a different company which has got nothing to do with your masters. So it's not about what can someone else do for you. It's just make friends and talk to people and have fun. So I guess that's what my advice would be.
And they will also be very different by the time they finish their masters.
That's what I said, that you might change course in the middle. You might choose to do something else. Like, who knows what happens. So to focus on
just focus on what they need to get here and get started, and then just go with the flow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all what I said. Go with the flow is best, because you never know how it's going to turn out at the end. So you might make all these plans of like, having something solid by the end of my masters, and 1 year in you might be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Then what? So I think it's best to just, go with the flow. Okay.